Okay, so today's little practice is short and sweet. We're just gonna lay down on our mat and take some deep breaths. I'm actually gonna do this. I can sort of see that I've got my earpods in. I'm gonna do it to a whole song. So find a song, lay down, have a few breaths. Try to inhale, make the lungs move rather than your sort of shoulders lift, and just focus on being present. We're still here, trying to be present with our breath. Take a few more breaths, and then we're going to come up to find our center with starting with rolling. Just a few more breaths here. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug as we roll up. And then just start with rolling. So just hold on to your shins, closer to your ankles and your knees. Rolling backwards and forwards, massaging your spine. Trying to stay connected through our front muscles. And now we're just going to roll to our shoulders and hold this position like a little ball. And then we're just going to find some space in our body. Feel like you want to open up your whole front side by pressing your feet out along the floor or hover them just above the ground. Let your arms sort of expand at the same time that your legs are in a way that feels sort of natural to you. I sort of call this one big shape to little shape. And take an inhale as you go into your big shape. And exhale to fold yourself back in. Pulling your legs back in as you breathe out, and then we're going to roll ourselves back up again. Spread your legs out along the ground, and then just find your roll back all the way down to the mat. Scoop yourself in again as you roll back up. So now we're just sort of putting the two together. Whoops. Rolling up. Press your legs out at the same time that you open your arms out. And then just try to find a controlled feeling of rolling back down to the mat. Inhale as you sort of expand. Exhale as you pull yourself together. Rolling up. And then find your center even when you're rolling back down. You can use your elbows sometimes just to prop yourself past the little sticky bits that you get. So that's what I'm doing here. Some of our vertebrae like to stick together. So I'm just trying to find the movement in those, which sometimes comes out more awkward. So just let your practice be awkward. It's really not a big deal. I'm going to go into single leg circle now. I'm going to bend my knee today and just sort of focus on my leg just doing a circle inside my hip. So I'm sort of taking the twist element out of it today by having my other foot bent or leg bent. Just 3 each way, change to the other side, across. Using your other leg to sort of ground your hip, and then 3 reverse. Bring 2 legs up, and we're going to just start with our twist now. So we sort of call this one tick-tock. Take my feet over. I'm trying to think of my big toes glued together as I take my legs from one side of my body to the other, grounding through my shoulders, twisting from my waist. See how far you can twist over before your shoulders sort of pop off the mat. And how far can you reach with your toes glued together? Inhale to go over, and then exhale to return. Come down. We're going to tuck our knees onto our body and go into our single leg stretch now. Press one leg out as you hug the other one in nice and close. Stretch your leg and also hug your leg in. I'm going for 5 roughly. Just breathe in and out as you change your legs. And next we're going into a double leg stretch. You can repeat single legs if you need to. Otherwise 2 legs out, arms to ears, breathing in and then breathing out to hug yourself back together. So here we are again into our big shape and then closing into our smaller shape. So think of that with your breathing. Inhale to expand, exhale to contract. And then we're going to roll up to sitting. And we're going to go into spine stretch. I'm going to do this with my legs crossed today. I feel like my hips need more of a stretch than my back does. So crossing your legs sort of opens your hips out a little bit and gives you more stretch through the glutes. So try it. Otherwise you can do the straight leg version. Breathe out as you press your arms forward, bending down. Inhale to come back up. Take your legs back out straight, and we're going to just go into like a rollback series here, and I'm just going to add sort of like a different arm version. So think of it like a bicep curl. Bicep curl your arms, roll yourself back up, extend through your arms as you roll back, bend your elbows, rolling through, extend. So arms stay straight as you roll back, and then bend your elbows as you roll back up again. You can breathe in on your way down. Exhale, flex to roll yourself back up. And next we're going to stretch forward. So bring your arms next to your hips. Feel like you're trying to flex at your stomach muscles, which just makes the round shape in your spine. And I'm trying to actually think of my head going to my knees rather than down to my feet. Just play around with the arms, but you sort of bring your arms into play as you move through the exercise. So sort of press your arms forward as you flex forward. Bring your arms up as you sit tall. circle your arms to come back to the start. I'm sort of doing a little bit of extra shoulder work here as I stretch my elbows behind my sort of back. Try to lift your arms up to your ears. Circling all the way back down to your hips. Stretch your arms out straight as we roll back down to the mat. Think of your spine rolling into your pelvis as you try to roll yourself through. Reach your arms over your head. And next we're going to turn around so that we can lay on our stomach. And we're going to go into baby swan. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Think of your spine nice and long, including your neck. Press through the front of your hips a little bit, just to take a little bit of pressure out of the lower back, hopefully. Keeping your elbows by your side as they sort of roll back towards your hips. Breathe in on your way up, and then breathe out on your way down. Just a little mini version today. I'm going to add some arm extension. Just see if you can hover your hands off the ground and then press your arms down towards your hips as you maintain the chest lift. One more. And then rest back down. Giving my shoulders a stretch here. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders as you come up to a plank shape. You can stay on your knees if you need to. Otherwise find your plank. Connect to your shoulders by spreading your fingers apart on the mat. Hold. Bring your knees through. Tuck yourself under. Stretch through your back. Rest pose. And we're finished. Short and quick, but we did it.